Wherever you would like to sit.
I would like, although the chances are slim that it might be one, I did hashtag it last night. But it's the monitor.
Okay. I remember those days. Okay. Oh my.
And all that entails.
Ignoring you as you make a pass. Alright, you up to the task?
tell him it doesn't get any better when you turn 40. Okay, it doesn't get any better in your late 30s.
Actually, it does get better than
Okay.
people who like me when they won't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of how I am too.
You know, I kind of like make people cleaner, but like, whatever. That's my life.
This how I am is not going to change.
People who like me because they know who I really am. And the people who don't like me, maybe it's because they know who I really am, maybe it's not, but I don't have them.
Yeah.
As long as your wife loves me, and this guy, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, when, people coming over, just like, who's coming over? I go, if it's, Heidi now, it's just like,
Great. Whatever.
nothing is on fire, like, there's no, yeah, we're good.
None of the possums come rabid, so,
There's like, these are friends coming over for their first time thing, it's like, families coming over, we don't get it. Like, things are clean, but like, we're not gonna bother spending all morning, polishing every surface for family, so.
Do you want some? Maybe you want some to the other I've known you for a while. You love playing with money so much.
Hey, Johnny. Ready, Lily? No. You're watching the video. Yeah, never mind. Lily, you want It's a student for the day game for the board. Yeah, I usually log into that, right? What are we watching?
I don't think they
They were pretty good. I thought
No, I'm sure it is, but we want to make sure it's appropriate.
I thought chapter 1 was better.
Yeah.
If it shows a male penis, you're gonna balk.
I can handle stuff on or two like this.
Yeah, when are you gonna watch it? Well, we would have to check to make sure we get
Oh, you would do like that? I'm not
It's rated R for restricted.
I'm not questioning her fear. I'm questioning whether her parents want her to watch a movie like that. Okay, well then they will have no problem telling you so. See Sherlock. Some aftertaste.
Yes, if you would like it. Would you like some
I am okay.
I'm fussing a bit today. No, I'm going to be a great idea.
Make sure to save all your fussing for 60 seconds from now. So whatever happens, happens.
Okay. Bottom is great. All right, guys, it's time to start. Okay. You want a special bubble drink?
Oh, yeah, Mom.
I don't know.
All right, we're live.
Yeah, me either.
Okay. It's recording. This would be nice. Lily, take that one.
Go.
No, in a second. We're gonna play, so you need to.
In a second.
Okay.
All right, and so it begins.
Wow.
Join us whenever you're ready, Lily.
One of those. Okay, I'm gonna put Lily on the far side.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Teddy. Guess what that, honey?
Oh, nice.
Oh, good idea. Here you go.
Oh, the one yellow.
You want to see her?
Yeah.
Okay. You can sit on my lap in a minute.
Oh.
But then we
Wait,
gotta
Teddy
go-
has to.
No, just for a second he'll be here, and then he's gonna go probably play a game.
Probably.
Okay, honey.
Is it streaming
Yes.
It is.
right now?
Yes.
Hello, world.
There you go.
Where can I see it?
Right here next to me.
Right here.
Yeah.
I want to sit next to Lily.
Oh, you want to sit next to Lily?
Yeah.
Okay, I can sit over there then.
So I'll sit
I
right there.
didn't
Yep, you can sit
quite
right
make
there.
enough room for a grown up to sit back there.
That's all right. I'm
Teddy, stop.
squishable.
I imagine it would
Here,
be
Teddy.
you, Lily, John, or Jacob.
That's what I
Johnny.
imagined too, but. Squish the table towards you.
Nice.
Oh, excuse me, Teddy. Excuse me.
Oh.
Hey, Teddy. Where's your iPad?
No, Mama, get it. Teddy.
What's the matter?
Get it, Mom. That's loud. Oh, yeah, tea. Here's your knife, Mom.
Teddy, why are you yelling?
Does he want to play Spider-Man game?
Look.
Thank you, Johnny.
Is this where
What?
I'm sitting?
That is
Lily,
you.
That's Lily's
Alright.
computer, yeah.
Are we live or are we
No,
number
it's
X?
where Lily's sitting right here, so.
Do you want to play? Do you want? No, you don't get to. You don't sit there, buddy. Do you want to play Spider-Man
We'll
game?
have to bring the other chair out so Teddy has a place to sit.
Okay.
Say you want to play Spider-Man. No.
Only if he wants to. You can't force him to do it.
I don't have any
Ooh, that's a really pretty
electronic
rock.
device I can with my
I
character.
Where's your tablet?
Go get your tablet. Teddy, do you want to play Batman or Spider-Man? Batman. Okay. Can you turn Batman on for him? Alex, can you turn Batman on for him? Or if you need me to do it, I can go out and do it.
I got it.
Are you trying to use your psychic powers?
No, I'm just.
Oh, you're streaming.
I'm watching the stream and trying to
I
look at
can't
the
tell what
delay.
you're reaching for. Do you want Teddy's drink? Yes, you're right there. Look.
Okay, there it
I
is.
know. I just found something funny.
Okay. A little what?
A little bit balloon right there. If you're not
Oh,
blind.
cute. Yeah.
It's not
What-
cute,
it was-
Mom. It's not cute.
Lily wants me to be a
Georgie and
Georgie.
Albie from
I know
This
this.
is really funny.
Oh, it's only 17%.
Why did I put? Why is my
Because that's where your character sheet is going to be.
Is there any
I don't know where mine is.
charging systems?
Not here at the table. It might be enough to carry you through. We'll see. This is going to be just a 2-hour game, so
17%,
Max.
Mom, seriously.
you can give them connectivity, but you can't force them to plug it in.
Mm-hmm.
I can't roll it.
Whereas I'm just like, I have to plug things in all the time because batteries only last 5 minutes.
Why are we streaming?
Except my phone. My phone is new, so it lasts forever, and it's very exciting.
Why aren't we streaming? Why are we streaming before the game starts?
Hi, humans.
It's 11. The game has started.
Well, what is someone?
It's just
watching this
really
video?
slow
Is
game
anybody
so
even
far.
watching?
You are.
Well, yeah. No, but anybody.
Don't
besides
you have to
us.
like publish it like before like after you do
No,
it?
we're streaming. You don't.
It's
but-
live.
So like anybody can watch it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is anybody watching right now?
I don't know. Someone said hello in the chat.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
That was
that's
me.
sweet.
Ha!
Oh.
What is
Oh,
it
yeah,
streaming
yeah.
on?
Yeah, Jacob.
Twitch.
Oh,
it's
I
on
don't have Twitch on here anymore.
I'm watching it in a browser. I don't have it on here.
Oh, gotcha.
I cannot roll
I can
this
see
one.
Johnny's hand.
Is there a
I
delay?
can.
There is.
That's awesome.
Oh, there is? What? Oh, yeah, my hand's
So
off
your
it.
hand's still up there.
Yeah, that is cool. There's a delay.
And there's your hand. Lily's hand just reached for it.
Yeah, and Lily's hand's still on it.
So it looks like maybe like a 3-second
cool.
delay, 2-second delay. From
Oh.
1,000 to 1,000, 3, 1,000. Yeah, a 3-second delay.
So Batman
At
probably
least on
made that
my-
suggestion because it's a streaming game, and since we're using so much bandwidth to stream this,
Oh, don't look at it on the.
no,
Oh,
Batman was
it's
not
not.
a good suggestion for a game because it's a streaming game.
Oh.
And we need all the bandwidth we
Did you switch him
Oh, that,
to?
yeah, that was a good
Yes,
one.
but
that
he's
was a
probably
good
going to
one.
switch back
Okay, that's
because it's already implanted in his
gotcha.
head. but
Sorry.
That's okay.
I
don't know how
tried.
it'll affect this, but we'll see. All right, let's get some appropriate audio. I think there's a way you can pop out
Oh, it
the
won't let
chat
me
window.
chat.
Oh,
Teddy's
yeah.
coming upstairs.
Someone sent a chat.
Teddy's coming out upstairs.
Oh
It's
my
okay.
god.
It's gonna happen from time
What?
to time.
We should quit the game.
And the more, we'll just be boring and steady, and it'll be fine.
Teddy, back in the stairs.
Did you
We're
guys?
fine.
Shall we toast the beginning of the game?
Yeah.
No.
All right, come here, Teddy.
Can Teddy please?
All right, here's to Alex's ingenuity.
Cheers.
Kitty, I'm gonna murder you.
Hey!
Here, Teddy, come here. I know, come here, Teddy. It's right here. Teddy, your drink is right here. I know.
No,
Here you go.
Riley.
You can come hang out with me, or this is a boring game for you. Do you want to help me?
I get it.
Do you want to help me?
I get it.
Okay, here's your drink.
And suddenly silent.
Okay. Good job. Was that yummy, Ted? How's your bubbly?
Oh, it's great. I love
Is
it.
it
What
good?
is it?
Drick boogle.
What the?
Sorry, what?
Oh my.
I think you need antibiotics for that, but
Rosie.
you right here. Did you get the little bum?
So, how much views does it have?
Sorry, Bucky.
0 views.
It looks like there might be 2 people watching.
Ooh, 2
Well, we
people.
just started and
Uh-oh.
we haven't done anything yet. So.
Cool.
Right,
so
that's
there's
crazy.
2
Hi, humans.
I
Yeah.
assume that's what that little 2 next to the red
Yeah. Cool.
person-looking thing is.
Oh, you're so warm, Teddy.
The other one might be my
Viewers.
computer downstairs.
It could be.
Although I think I closed that window.
Now it says 3.
Oh, clicked on mute.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't want to
Oh, yeah, yeah.
listen to it because then it'll echo through.
Yeah, or that,
You could
that'd
probably
be
pop
annoying.
out the chat window and close the actual video
Oh,
stream,
right.
but still keep chat open.
I believe you.
I don't know if it's possible on mobile. I know you can do it on.
Yeah, I
Desktop.
don't have the app installed, so I'm not sure.
So, how long have you been working on Homebrew, Alex?
On the stream or on the campaign?
On the stream and campaign.
The stream we've been working on the last 3 or 4 weeks.
That
The
is.
campaign about 12 hours ago.
Teddy, what are you doing?
12 hours ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, did you get any sleep last night then?
I
I did.
Teddy's looking at
All right, have you eaten anything yet?
Nope.
All right.
Teddy's looking at the board through a magnifying glass.
And that's okay.
It is so weird how Pennywise like is laughing and then he just stops laughing and just kind of like stares at him like. Ugh.
Yeah.
And everyone can see Teddy looking at the board with this magnifying glass.
Oh, sweet.
And that's okay, because it gives them something to look at other than a blank board with a dice tower in the middle of it.
Yeah, I guess.
You can look at it and die with it.
So I figured this first game was going to be kind of an experiment and kind of a pre-session 0, because we're actually going to not only hopefully do some character creation, but also discuss what kind of game we want to play. What our expectations are, if we want it to be, a serious game, a funny game, political action adventure, what we're kind of expecting out of this and how we're going to have the most fun. Excuse me.
Teddy?
Pardon you, Ted.
So to start, I thought I would describe the setting and build in your mind sort of a loose idea of the world and where your characters are in it, and then we go from there, and we can start deciding who your characters are exactly, what race, what class, their backgrounds, and do all that fun stuff. So to start off with, you live in the town of Whitecap.
Whitecap.
Teddy, can you get your...
It's on a peninsula sticking out into
bearing down on us.
a large freshwater lake called the Wormheart, which is a freshwater lake in a region of the world known as Daroth. And your town exists in the far northern reaches of the kingdom of Terragir.
Teddy, get it off.
The capital city of Terragir is a city called Triano, and it's located so far south that it might even be a dream. No one that you know has ever actually been there. It's just you hear stories about the capital city, but it's very far away. And then to the east, across the Wormheart, sits the neighboring kingdom of Delafran, and its capital city of riches and splendor known as Cyranor.
What kind of monster was that?
Furry one.
Yeah.
Everyone was warned that cats might make an appearance. I doubt Bucky will ever show up on the table now.
Can I have some
Yeah,
more of
monster.
the stuff?
Yes, once we get to a break point. Let's
Maybe
finish.
get some more.
Let's let Alec. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. It's in the
Keep it
fridge
loose.
in the door.
We're keeping it loose.
Can Teddy, like,
I'm sure he will in his own time.
Okay.
But he's not bothering anything right now. Thank you.
So the peninsula that Whitecap sits on, it enjoys relatively cool summers and long winters where it becomes just cold enough for water to freeze. The forests of the region are rich and varied with broadleaf trees and shrubs and temperate evergreen and coniferous forests covering the wilds. Cedars and firs and other types of trees like that become more plentiful as one travels north into the untamed black wood.
So like
Yeah.
temperature range of Ireland, but the vegetation of New England and Nova Scotia.
The specific inspiration is taken from Gotland, Sweden, which is a peninsula in Sweden,
Hey, Alex.
which is around the same latitude.
Yeah. No, it's
Whitecap is fairly flat terrain, and it grows a little bit more rocky and rough along the northeastern shores, along the Wormheart. The town itself, Whitecap, an early version here of the city,
Ooh.
enjoys
Really, there's a key.
I just said that part. The town itself is built atop the ruins of a much older and larger port city once called Asala. It was abandoned hundreds of years ago. And now the town has found new life in the fertile croplands surrounding Whitecap, as well as the rediscovered history of Asala as a former robust trading post and last stop before entering the untamed north. Yes, Johnny, you had a question.
Do you want me to turn the light on?
No. It reflects directly onto the
the shiny.
battle map, so there's like a white.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you need more light?
Well, like, kind of, but...
I mean, you can pick those papers up to look at them more closely if you want.
You're clapping?
Um,
Oh, you want to clap the light on? It doesn't do that.
so
Thanks.
when it was known as a Solar, it was sort of the last stop for people heading north, further north into what's called the Black Wood, which is this direction. So people traveling up from Triana, which is the capital city of Terragir, would make what their last stop in Whitecap before traveling on further.
Okay.
And also ships from Delafran and from other towns and villages along the Wormheart all came to Whitecap to trade. It's sort of like it was
Okay.
a central
Port
trading
City.
hub.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay.
Whitecap, right?
Not only is the town called Whitecap, but the entire peninsula is called Whitecap. This is the actual city of Whitecap. Yeah. The Whitecap market opens and runs continuously from Gnoll, which is high spring, to Lifris, which is low autumn, at a holiday called Golden Tide. And it brings in ships and wagons from all across Duroth. So it's just the marketplace is just like the place to be in town. The town has recently grown prosperous enough to warrant the return of the Terragir crown. Princess Leonora Atwood, Duchess of Assalar, who has taken up residence and is rebuilding the walled Atwood Manor on the west side of Whitecap. Yes, you had a question?
Is she related to Princess Leia?
She is not.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Because she's a princess?
Well,
And
No.
the first part of her name was
Leonora?
wait, so you came up with
Leo?
this, right? You came up with the whole campaign?
I did. Yep.
So it wasn't a published one?
Right.
Wow.
I know he's really good at writing stories.
Yeah, he really is.
So that's sort of the setting. And we're going to figure out who your characters are within this setting. My thought was is that either you all were born and raised in Whitecap, or you have recently arrived for whatever reason and are currently residing in Whitecap. So either you're born and raised here, or you're a traveler who arrived here at some point. It doesn't really matter which, so whichever is more comfortable for you. The primary race in this part of the world are humans. There are two basic types of humans that are common in this area, a type called the Lonfall and a type called the Rashian. Lonfall are...
I don't want to be rashy.
They have a balm for that. You can
Do they?
apply, yeah.
Then you become
Costs 2 gold
landfall.
pieces.
The Lonfall are an older human species
I'm
who are
an older human
considered
species.
the original residents of Whitecap. The Rashian are more newcomers, and sometimes they can be sort of looked a little down upon because of this. They're sort of the they're not seen quite as cultured as the Lonfall.
Would
might
one
be.
call them young and rash?
Mhm.
Okay.
Rashian. And then another sub-race of human, not as plentiful as the other two, are called the Turwin, who are northern people who have traveled from basically the frozen tundra and have come down into the warmer areas for whatever reason. So there are some Turwin in Whitecap, but it's mostly Lonfall and Rashian. Other than appearance differences, there's not much to. There's no like specific bonuses or penalties to choose one race over another.
I'm gonna take the headphones off.
As long as she can hear me.
Well, yeah, but she's watching a video.
I can still hear him.
Okay.
But I'm also watching the video.
Wait, what is your headphones with a mic on it?
You don't need to whisper. You can talk
Oh,
loud.
sorry.
In this instance, we actually
Hello!
we approve of loudspeak.
Yeah, no.
Just so the webcam can hear you.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess.
playing it quiet. I can still hear him.
Hello,
But I'm
webcam.
also
There are also who are a race known as the Kael, which are basically halflings. They are
fancy.
a short, diminutive race who have sort of blended in with human society. There also could be elves and could be dwarves, although a dwarf being in Whitecap would be kind of special. Like there would have to be some weird reason that not only would he be so far away from the mountains, but he would be in a primarily human area, mostly known for maritime activities. So why a dwarf would be there, it would be a weird reason. It could be there, but we'd have to come up with something kind of strange. You guys probably all need paper just so you can take notes and stuff. Does everyone have a pencil?
I think I should
No.
use my laptop instead of my
Yeah.
tablet.
Word document?
Can
I'm better at typing.
Can I use
Yeah,
my...
you can open a Word document though.
If you open a Google Docs, then we can all share it.
That's true.
yeah. Can I
So
do
Willie just voted to be note taker for the entire campaign.
Sweet.
I don't know if your laptop is charged and it hasn't been
Oh, yeah,
plugged up in a while.
It doesn't. It won't hold the charge. It has to stay plugged in.
Okay.
Actually, for some reason, that's not...
Oh, it's not true.
Yeah.
It's just my computer that's like that. Okay.
So I'm gonna go get my computer. I'll be back in a second.
Alrighty, dighty.
What problems are besetting this town of Whitecap?
I didn't fill in all the gaps because a lot of the story
Mm-hmm.
I thought we could work on as a group.
Okay.
They several hundred years ago, something happened in the city. It was a much larger, more prosperous city.
Can you show us where the outlines of the previous city and the current city are?
No, I don't know where that is.
Oh,
but
Those records have been lost.
Yeah, that makes
chances
sense.
are, right now, Whitecap has a population of a little over 3,000 people.
Okay.
In its prime, it probably boasted a population of 8,000 to 10,000.
Oh wow.
So it was way more spread out than
Yeah.
this.
Okay, so this is current city, is that?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah, this
gotcha.
is the current
Okay.
3,000 population Whitecap.
Perfect.
This is where the princess resides in Atwood Manor. Farmland, market. There's a variety. It's about, I'd say maybe 2/3 of the actual buildings are homes and residences, and the other third are
You're taking a video or picture? Okay.
Yeah.
and the other third are businesses and shops.
Over here, Johnny, over here.
Oh, over there?
Yeah, where I have my phone.
The other third is what?
Like businesses and shops.
Okay, what do you need, Teddy?
It's a good day.
You want to take a picture at school?
Go. Good day.
You want to teach school?
You want to go to?
Okay, you'll have to wait until after we're done with this, okay?
Please send him downstairs.
Lily?
I have to go back into my room.
Lily?
Hey, Billy.
Feel free.
Can you look at me for a second?
Anybody need a bag of knives?
Unless he is visiting someone else, he's going to be here, and he's going to come and go, and it'll be okay.
Got bags of knives if anybody.
Lily?
Alex said I was free to.
Yep. You don't want to play. Bye.
What? Billy?
I'm not saying the same room as Teddy.
Okay, I'll take you off the stream.
What?
I'll take you off the stream.
What does that mean?
It means if you're not going to play, I need to take you off the stream.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mom?
Yep.
We don't know who day before.
You can play school and you can do pictures, but we are going to be busy.
Guys did.
You can't do it here with us. No.
That's hard.
I know.
She
We're
lasted
doing something
longer
different.
than I thought she would.
Yeah.
I
So,
honestly didn't
anybody
think she would
that's-
actually leave her room.
Can you tell? So I didn't set up with her the parameters for using her phone today,
Okay.
and she's not supposed to just be on it all day.
Okay.
Any suggestions?
Well, I wouldn't.
Now seeking parenting suggestions.
I wouldn't confront it at the moment.
Yeah.
Anyone in chat
Let
have
it
any
lie.
ideas?
Okay, so I can turn it off from here if I need to.
Not yet. No.
But
You're the only one in chat so far.
No, she's already peaking right now a bit.
I know she spent the morning with Johnny, and I was like, "Is this good or bad?" She's gonna use up all her social.
Mhm.
Sorry about that, honey. I wasn't sure how to deal with it.
Like I said, I'm surprised she exited her room at all. So.
Hopefully, didn't we fix the upside down screen Teddy turned on?
Then we fix the upside down screen.
On my computer, the screen on my computer, like it was upside down.
I think so, unless you let them use your computer again. Since
Well, actually, Mom did the last time. She let me use it.
no, so is the screen up yet?
Yeah.
Is
Wait,
it
what
upside
the
down?
heck is? Huh?
Just hit F10. You went with the BIOS for some reason.
F10?
Oh, puppy, what up? Give me. Oh.
You can just say yes.
There you go.
Just hit enter. Yeah,
So-
you might have hit a button when it was turning on, so it,
Yeah.
Several, like 200 years ago, a solar was destroyed and the city was abandoned. Some really hardy, robust residents who didn't want to say quit or they just wanted to see it through, stayed, probably living in extreme squalor and poverty for a long time, and now slowly over the years, people have started returning to Asalar because the soil is really fertile. It's really good for a variety of crops. I actually jotted down some
Yes.
crops that
This
they
is in
probably
Yes.
Yay.
that they probably grow stuff like onion, asparagus, different types of fruits like apple, pear, berries. So the biggest challenge is right now it's going through some growing pains because so many people are arriving. The market is like known far and wide. People love coming to this place because it brings in goods from across the Wormheart. It brings in goods from the Blackwood to the north. It brings in stuff from Terrigear. So people, since it has a reputation as being the place for this market, the market has become even bigger and bigger and bigger.
So you said there's some of the growing pains. So it's just like not enough housing for people, or not enough resources,
Or infrastructure.
Teddy's probably been on my computer because there's something going on. I'm just not even gonna ask. How do I exit this?
We can see if you just close out of that.
Or I could just.
Housing has been an issue because they've had to put up new residences and buildings relatively quickly. So the quality might be substandard.
So there's a bunch
there
of
are other
slumlords.
people.
Okay.
There are a bunch of
Can we
like
name one Mr. Suggs?
Bunch of slumlords.
slumlords.
Google Docs.
Mr. Suggs was my slumlord in college.
Not Google. Yeah.
That
was
is a
awful.
slumlord name.
Isn't it? He was awful.
Google Docs.
There are people who sort of want.
Yeah.
Who don't like all this new blood in the town. They don't like that it's growing so fast. They prefer
The
it
old
simple.
guard.
Yeah. Who are probably mostly the Lanfal. They were the ones who colonized this area originally, and were probably the ones that sort of held on after the destruction of Asalar.
Okay,
Racist
boomers.
jerks.
Yeah.
I love it.
I got a puppy in my lap.
Oh no, sorry.
I'm all about like finding the slumlords and like making housing affordable.
Right?
Hey, what Lily? Change my
We should eat the
profile.
rich.
Also,
No,
like equal
hold on.
opportunity housing and
Lily's been on my
All right.
computer.
So that's how this game's gonna be.
if we
No,
can't
Lily's
fight it in
been
real
on my
life.
computer. It's the person from that.
At no point have I seen.
What are you talking
building
about?
on
Look
a
at
computer.
this. Yeah, this is proof. Look at it.
I can't see it. I have a dog in my lap.
What is
Mom,
I can't
it's
get it.
the guy from Good Omens, the TV show she
it? Take
watches.
your elbow up.
It's my Google account picture.
Okay, that means it's logged. Is that your picture?
No,
Is it
that's
your
Lily's.
account? Or you? I think
This
it's
is
Lily's.
my account right
Lily's
now.
account.
I think you're logged into Lily's account right now. That's what the problem is.
It says I'm in my account.
Where does it say that?
Whenever I logged in. Guess I'll just be on.
So
Google.
click on the picture, and then you can switch what account is logged in. So Heidi, do you think you want to be someone who's lived in Whitecap for a while, or are you a recent?
Oh yeah.
arrival?
Oh yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Oh, well, my phone doesn't really know, but I would like to be a long-term resident. Yes.
So probably human.
Yeah, sure, if I must,
You don't must.
but it makes
But
more
it's mo-
sense.
It's,
Yeah.
it's most likely that you would be human.
Yeah. How else can I agitate for the rights of the?
Have you been using my mouse again?
Oh, hi, Papa.
Yes, your mouse is over with Alex. Alex is using the mouse.
Oh. You need to use the mouse, or does the tab work?
I do, but that's okay. Here you go.
So we
Oh,
need a
yeah.
mouse for a birthday, maybe.
No, I'll figure it out. I got
Okay.
mice.
You have
I
lots
got
of
have
mice.
extra ones down in the box downstairs. Yeah.
Lazy ass cats. Sorry, Johnny.
It's okay.
All right.
There will be no cursing on this stream. This is family friendly.
Is
I'm
it?
pretty sure when I click on it, it says for mature audiences only.
Maybe it's
Oh,
not.
then
Are
I
you
can't
guys-
watch it then.
Oh, that's because of my normal streaming.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Or there's some warning about, yeah.
Or I'm not wearing pants most of the time.
Wait, what? No, that's mom.
We're not wearing pants while we're streaming this game. Got it.
Wearing pants.
What?
Thank God Johnny's wearing
What?
pants.
Yeah.
Maybe someone is.
Oh, your touchpad doesn't work at all. Yeah, I'm gonna.
No,
have to
it
go
no,
get
it does not
another
work in
mouse.
any way.
I'll be
I think
back.
one of these times it got dropped that
Okay.
something disconnected.
Someone spilled coffee in that one once.
Really?
Yeah.
Who could that be? For
Is
once,
there-
it wasn't me.
So is there any viewers right now?
I don't see any.
Oh, that's depressing.
Is it? Well, this will be recorded for all time, so people can watch it at their leisure.
You can invite your friends to watch.
You could,
Oh,
if they're allowed to do that
If
sort
they're
of
allowed
thing.
to do that, yes.
if I had friends, I would. I'm kidding.
Mr. I'm having the whole 4th grade class over later.
Hey, what are you doing for your party? Or your
Oh,
sleepover? Or
we're
your...
probably gonna be playing like Borderlands or something. I don't know.
Nice.
But we're also gonna be playing D&D. 2 D&D games in one day. Can't believe I'm a DM. They actually think I'm pretty decent.
No, it is known you are really good at it.
So these are the algebros that are coming over.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, Hunter is Hunter in the algebras?
I don't know. He's in a separate class, but does he love math?
He's not advanced math though.
Okay.
I mean, there's
Well-
all sorts of classes in D&D.
What?
There's all sorts of classes in D&D.
What did I say?
You say he's in a separate class.
Oh my goodness. He is in a separate class. Well, maybe he can be an Algebros supporter.
Yeah.
Or,
yeah.
the
Technically, he's
Glee
kind
Club.
of in algebras
Yeah.
because he hangs out
Yeah.
with us.
Algebra
He's
seems more
well
like a state of
rounded.
mind than an actual.
There you go. I like that.
Is there any more?
There is. It is in the fridge in the door.
Okay. Why can't Teddy go upstairs?
Because Teddy doesn't want to go downstairs right now.
Teddy, can you like watch your iPad downstairs? No, please. No.
Yeah, what is he doing that's bothering you?
Taking pictures of me with his iPad.
Okay, I'm streaming you live to the entire world right now, so.
Perhaps the universe. You don't know where these watches are from.
That's
Right.
true.
Yeah.
Jesus could be watching. So.
Go back!
Santa's could be.
Santa? Santa?
Santa, Jesus,
Hey,
Mr. Bunny, Buddha.
I'm not too concerned about Teddy filming you on a device that will be the only place that photo ever
where
exists.
is it, Mom?
In the door.
In the door.
Oh, it's in the door.
Oh, we don't die.
In the
Uh,
door, Johnny.
This?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so Heidi,
Yes.
and while we start with her, you guys start thinking about what you might like to do. I brought your dice up for you. Do you
I
want
saw that.
roll some?
Yeah. Sorry, I was
some
trying to
ability scores?
get access to my Twitch account and I can't. It's- All right. You know I don't like rolling for things.
Do you want a piece of paper?
Yes,
Tell
but
me
perhaps
about it,
I'd need a
Mom.
pencil.
I hate rolling.
No, I
That's
love
the-
rolling.
Yeah,
I just
love rolling. It's just
statistically,
like so like, and like it just isn't.
I'd rather rely on odds.
It's not
but-
convenient. It's like takes a long time to like roll for every single thing you do.
Your algebros will appreciate this. I like doing the math.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go standard 46. Drop the lowest. Do that 6 times, and those will be your
46
ability
what?
scores. 4d6.
Oh, 4d6.
Wait.
Yes.
Okay.
So what's time? It is 11:31.
11:31.
So that therefore Hunter can't be on stream, but he's coming at 4.
Right.
Aw.
And we'd have to have permission from his parents.
And well, I guess.
Mom,
Yes, dear.
play too.
You want to play too?
Yeah.
Well, you
I
watch
see my
and
stats
see
for
what
it.
you think, okay?
Oh,
Because we're just figuring it out right now.
These are silver, Mom.
You're gonna take a picture?
and purple.
I want.
Oh,
Oh, these
Can,
are like
can you be in
presents.
charge of the pictures of the
Nice.
stream?
Yeah.
Okay, you're in charge. You're the official photographer
Okay.
of
Awesome.
Oh,
Homebrew.
wow.
Is
Nice.
Teddy Porter. All right, so make sure to get some good pictures, okay?
Oh, this one's like
Take pictures of
Mom's.
Mommy and Jacob and
And
Alex
Blue.
and Johnny.
Hey, look at these, Mom.
Maybe a
Oh, those
picture
are
of
lovely.
Bucky if he's around.
Lily.
Yep. And Lily if she ever comes out of her cave.
Yeah,
I've got
hopefully.
more D6 if you.
Okay. Oh, to do them all at the same time?
I
Yeah.
have like.
Oh, how
I
many
have,
did you
like,
say?
6.
4.
Now, if everyone wants to go ahead and roll your ability scores, feel free. You
okay.
can do it all at once.
Wait, were you supposed to write them?
You
Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Drop the
Mom.
lowest.
Okay, I have a
That'll
1
be-
and a 6 and a 4,
That'll be
honey.
your dump stat. That's okay.
Okay.
I need paper and pencil if you have extra. I did not.
Pencils are in that drawer right there.
Unless
the one in the
Johnny,
middle.
could you go to your D&D bag and get out the sharp little pencils?
Okay.
That would be great.
That
I don't know
alright?
where my D&D bag is.
I'll go get some mechanicals.
Hey, can you throw these in the trash?
Sadness.
Okay.
Two ones. That does not bode well.
But
Teddy?
I'm Bobby.
Yeah, about sorry, Johnny.
This is all Bob.
You didn't call me a butt though. You called him a butt.
Don't say the word butt on stream.
All right, I'll just let you guys do it.
You can't say butt on stream. What?
No butt stream.
No butt stream.
I mean, I was gonna say it, but I'm not allowed to say it.
You're not allowed to say butt. But why can't you say butt? Wait, I said butt. Wait.
That
butt?
rule seems pretty asinine.
That is a good word for you to have in your arsenal.
You're the best one. This is supposed to be family friendly.
It is so
I know, we
friendly.
shouldn't really be
So-
bums about it.
Oh, can we please change the subject?
Yep. We're
Anybody
making
need
word
a-
jokes.
So I need.
Yep. What do you need?
So I need squares. Like how many squares?
Bob.
You have any of the squares?
We
Bob.
need, wait, you need 4 of these, and you need to roll them.
Bob.
6
Yes,
so
dear.
times.
they've already rolled those two.
What?
Name goat.
The name of the game?
Or the squares.
Oh, to count the dice?
T-E-E. Her name, Mom.
Oh, my name?
Yeah.
H
Hopefully some of these have lead in
I
them.
D I. I'll put lead in your pencil.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I get it. Die. It's me. Oh, awesome.
Okay, he is awesome.
But die.
I'm here.
All right, so Johnny, you know what we're doing?
I think
6-sided dice. Roll it
I-
4
I don't
times.
have any 6-sided dice.
You have to.
Whoever
I
gets
brought
the
you a
numbers
brand new
first,
set
we
with
make
sure that
6-sided in it.
Well, I have
Freya is naked?
one
Question mark.
6-sided dice.
Right, so roll it 4 times.
Okay.
Drop the lowest and add the other 3 together.
Yeah. So
And then do that 6 times. You need
3,
a piece of paper?
5. I got this.
Okay.
3, 5, 5, and it's supposed to be four times.
And then
3,
drop the
5,
lowest.
5.
So drop the lowest.
That's 3.
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
So add the other 3 numbers together.
15.
That's one of your stats right there is 15, so write that down.
Wait,
Do
how did he
that
get
5 more
15?
times. He rolled 5 3 times.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh wait, so I'm adding those numbers together?
Yes, roll 4 d6, drop the lowest.
Oh, and
add
that's
your
oh,
numbers
I
together.
forgot the adding together part. Shush.
My
shush.
stats, I have a 3, a 6, a 4, a 1, and a 1.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, this is gonna be terrible.
All right.
Did you get all 6?
Yep.
What'd you come up with?
I'm sorry.
14, 14, 15, 13, 10, 10.
Okay.
So, not too bad.
And you'll be able to bump a couple of those up during character
I think I'll drop the
2,
10.
5, 3, 6. Okay,
So
so
drop
wait.
the lowest, add the remaining.
5.
Okay,
6,
but we're
7, 8,
dropping the lowest of
5,
the
6,
4 that we
6.
roll, right?
Correct.
Okay, because that's that. Okay, I
11.
misunderstood.
11.
12,
No,
13, 14.
hey,
Yeah,
Who
14.
did?
I'm getting 11
did it?
every time.
14.
Make sure,
Not this
Nice.
one.
make sure to write each of those numbers down.
So how many,
How
how
many do we
many
need?
times do I have
6
to
of
roll them?
Dude,
4.
6.
Oh, we need 6 total stats. So
4, 6, 2, 2. Drop the lowest 1, 2. Both 2s?
just one of the
Oh.
twos.
Gosh.
2. So
I wanna be him.
7, 8,
I
9,
get that a lot.
10, 11, 12.
No one ever
Oh.
says that.
Oh, honey, this is terrible.
Nice. What'd you get?
3 11s, a 16, a 12, and a 9.
16's good.
The 16's great.
Yeah.
4, 4, 2,
Remember, 9 to
3.
11 is average. So
4, 8, 9, 10,
Yes.
11.
Oh, this is 2 pieces of paper. I wonder what. This is some really
Okay.
thick paper. Wow.
a secret.
Most impressive.
Teddy's telling me a secret. Shush, everyone.
I was so glad I was able to pull out resume paper for him.
Yeah.
And I knew I had presentation folders somewhere, and I couldn't find them anywhere.
So
I was like, I'll probably find it after,
6,
you know,
4, and
tomorrow.
1.
And
Right.
I found it about an hour after we
12,
left.
13,
Right, so
14,
because we had
15,
Yes, you did.
the
16.
paper, and I've got one of those
Yes.
from a couple years ago.
Right, that's, yeah. I found the actual one that I used for CTS, and then I found,
6.
There you go.
oh, God, that did not work at all.
Yep, so
My favorite is bread ties. Do your cats chase bread ties?
We don't give them to them, but
6.
they would.
Yeah, we don't give them to him either. However, he manages to. That's one thing about having children. Things just show up places.
All right.
Right.
We're not going to worry about name yet.
5,
Actually, let me
5,
switch
5.
this over to
We might need to felt
this.
the dice tower.
Uh,
5, 5, 5, 5.
yeah. That means
Wait,
drop a 5
wait.
and then 15.
5, 5, 5, 5. Wait, how much?
Don't drop that 5,
So
drop the other
that'd be-
5.
that first 5 is
So
very
that'd be
important.
15. And 15.
All right, so you're going to be
So my
lunch.
stats.
So do you think you would like to be Lanfal or Rashian? There are some physical differences.
I think I want to be a northerner and have a pet reindeer.
You want to be Turwin?
I don't know. I don't know how useful that is.
It's more of a
If it suits me, I want to be a Turwin.
Oh, I got my stats here.
so Turwin, yes, Teddy.
How does one spell Turwin?
Do you need a pencil?
Yeah.
Here.
Can someone grab Teddy a pencil, please?
What font should I use?
Uh,
Wingdings.
there you go.
Thank you.
Welcome.
What that font is?
Grab Gothic. something like that.
Gothic,
Mhm.
seriously.
How does one spell Turwin?
Tirwin.
Okay.
So the Turwin.
I'm just gonna use comics.
Getting me.
It looks good.
Be very careful with your drink there, Johnny. Okay.
I know.
Spill
I
it,
don't
spill
have
it.
coffee.
Spill it.
Coffee or anything?
I'm good.
I don't trust me with coffee anymore.
Sorry it's taken so long for this document to open. Here we go.
Here we go. Here
So
we go.
Here we go. Oh, speaking of, I still need to put music on. So the Turwin. Come on. This is what happens when you go wireless
Why are we wireless?
on the laptop.
Oh, gotcha.
I might have a
yours?
router I could bring next time.
Oh, maybe we can watch
I
your stream.
have.
Yeah. What if we put the things down there up here? Never mind. Don't even listen to the words coming out of my mouth. Sorry.
Turwin, having grown accustomed to extremely cold and harsh climates, the Turwin have heavier, wider builds than average, with shorter limbs and fingers and larger feet for maintaining balance on snow and ice. They have small ears, wide faces, and narrow almond-shaped eyes. Their hair tends toward pale blonde to white, and they have thick brown-toned wrinkled skin. They are found typically in the far northern.
I like your flipper feet.
They are found in the far northern expanse of the Reach and in and around the kingdoms of Anaheim and Carathis, which are way far to the north from where Whitecap is. It's not a place that anyone had ever visited or know really anything about.
So down here in Whitecap, I'm sweating ovaries.
Probably, yeah. Turwin dress for the climate, and that means fur and hardened leather and lots of it. The lightness of the fur depends on tribal custom and how far north one travels in Turwin lands. Stone or ivory accents are common. Females often wear elaborate half-face masks made from bone and decorated with feathers, antlers, fur, or other items. Their names have a complex naming tradition reflecting what is important in their culture. Names carry life and personality, and each was unique to the individual. Naming a child is about discovering who that child is or who the child was in the past if named after a deceased family member. Family names or surnames are not used among the Turwin, and names have no gender specificity. Ooh, nice letter.
Yeah.
Thank you, Teddy. Teddy wrote everyone a letter.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Is that your character?
Yep.
I like
Can you flip screens so we can see it on there? Is that what people are seeing? What did people
That's
see?
what people are saying right now.
Oh, the whole thing. Okay. But now they can see his letter too.
Yeah, over here.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Look, you're on camera, Teddy. Your
Here we
letter
go,
is.
Lord.
Yeah,
Yep,
look, see?
there's your letter.
Wow. Wait, so does it say where our viewers, how many viewers we have?
No, it does not. Jacob is monitoring that information.
In case anybody says anything rude.
Mom!
Yes.
Who say?
You have to tell me what it says. Can you read it to me? Oh, don't move it? Okay. Oh, you want Alex to read it?
Yeah.
I can't read it right now. Mommy can read it for you.
No, I can't. He has to read it.
Alice, come on!
Teddy, I'm doing something else right now. I cannot do it right now.
Who say?
Honey, I don't know what your letter says. I think it says Teddy at the top.
All right, so we're gonna select Terwin.
Alright.
All right. So you get a +1 to all your ability scores, and an extra language, which is cool. These are things that we can decide later.
Okay.
And you can start thinking about what class you might want to be in, like in case you already,
Right.
unless you already know.
Well, I've never been a magic user or a healer before.
You haven't?
So I kind of was interested in that, but I am totally happy to go with whatever.
Most in Jacob's campaign.
No, I was a rogue and then I was a tank.
You're a tank?
A fighter, yeah.
Daniel's our tank. And
Nice.
All right, so we'll let you think about what class you might want to be.
Okay.
And we'll slide over to Jacob.
Okay.
Oh, Jacob Deemer's character, there he is.
That's your last name?
Yes.
Now the internet knows.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm gonna have stalkers.
All none of them.
Mhm.
I have not built a character yet, so.
Heading there
Mom.
now. So you already have your ability scores.
Yes.
Any idea what race you might want to be?
I think I would like to be a human, and I'd like to be one of the ones who has the ones that you said had been there for a long time. And
It's lilies.
my sort of thing is I know the past that of the area, and that I know we're trying to grow and get everything back together, and I'm very excited that everything's really coming up for Whitecap, but I'm also very annoyed by the slumlords, by the people who are against the newcomers, by all of that, because I kind of I see a good vision for everyone having equal opportunity and all of that, and it's frustrating to my character who has been there for so long, and Whitecap means so much to them. Not just me, but the whole family background, that there's people that are trying to prevent the growth from the town.
So you look forward to these changes that are coming to the town and the growth and
As long as it's positive and the potential for everything. I'm Whitecap strong, so.
Oh yeah.
Whitecap strong.
Made t-shirts for everybody.
Wearing the white cap.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Make Whitecap great again.
Yep. Oh my God.
No.
No, not so much that, but it might say Whitecap strong on it. Yes, dear.
That's Mom.
White hats. We're talking about not pointy white hats. We're talking about nice, friendly white hats.
The Lawn Fall, they have average heights and weights for humans. They tend to be fairer skinned with hair ranging from blonde to light brown. Hair is typically worn short on both males and females and is either extremely straight or extremely curly. Long, thick beards are frowned upon, and most common men are
what's not frowned?
shaven. Long, thick beards are frowned upon. And
Alex is obviously Rashian for those
but
of
thin
you
mustaches or goatees are common on nobility or those coming from money.
Okay.
All Lawnfall have slightly pointed ears.
Aww.
Red hair is more common among the Lawnfall than it is for the Rashian. They have little interest in ornate, complicated tailoring. As a result, they typically dress in simple, layered, solid-colored square cloth of varying sizes. Browns, oranges, and yellows are popular. Inner layers serving as undergarments, along with triangular loincloths, and outer layers serving as cloaks. And there's a belt or a girdle to use to secure the layers.
Triangular loincloth?
Mhm.
Explain that.
Circles really don't work well for that sort of thing. So
I mean, seriously, tell me how a triangular. I mean, what do you mean?
because you tie it around your waist and then you bring the point up the middle and tie it on the back. That's a simple loincloth.
Oh, that is so ill-fitting.
But
A
historically
strip-
accurate.
No, a strip is more a long strip that you bring around like that.
You don't know what I got.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe he doesn't like G-strings. You don't know.
Oh, okay.
This is actually historically medieval. That's the type of loincloth and undergarment that people wore, was just a triangular strip of cloth.
Hmm?
I did do research.
No, I'm not.
You're giving the Yoda look.
I am giving the Yoda look.
The
I'm
baby
sorry,
Yoda
baby Yoda
Yeah.
look. Yeah.
The baby look is more like.
There's a particular look that he gives
Yeah.
in one episode. Anyway,
I saw one
so
episode.
unimportant what undergarments look like. It could look like whatever you
Sorry.
want.
I just that sounds
Um,
so uncomfortable. I apologize.
the clothing is unisex. Most use wool, but those who can afford the luxury will use silks or nicer linens. Headbands or other head ornamentation is common, typically metal for women or leather for men. Since clothing was rarely cut or sewn, fasteners and buttons were often used to keep garments in place.
Oh, a
So
lovely
what's-
brooch
Small buttons, pins, and brooches were used.
or a pterodactyl.
And then there's some naming conventions that the Lanfal like to use.
Okay.
But that's just sort of gives you a general idea of their appearance. So let's put for race.
So do you have character sheets where you can like put this on a piece of paper, or you gonna like keep it on?
Where we're going to keep them on D&D Beyond, and then if we want an actual physical
This
printout,
is really like D&D Beyond.
that's okay. That's okay that you're doing that. I already have a basic character made for you, and we're just going to
Oh.
transfer the information into it.
Maybe you should like open D&D Beyond.
I still need to send you an invite.
Oh right.
So yeah, we need to do that.
oh, so
so
I can
Lanfal.
communicate with you guys. I'm on your account, Alex. Well, on the
On Google,
no on the
internet,
yeah.
on McDonald's.
McDonald's sucks.
Do you already have an idea of what class you might be picking?
I have not given that much thought yet.
Okay.
I was maybe waiting to see what other people were doing so I could balance it out.
Lemming. Just kidding. You're not.
Anti-lemming. I think I need pigtails.
We got about. We'll be
Mom,
taking a break in about 10
no.
minutes.
Okay, I'll
No.
pigtail myself.
A break.
You're the one that wants me to grow my hair out, Johnny.
Well,
I will have no complaints from you.
it does.
Speaking of Johnny,
What?
Dun dun
I
dun.
like plague doctors.
what race would you like to be?
So there's human and there's
A couple different types of human.
different types of human.
Remember there were Lonfall and Rashian?
Oh right.
Okay,
Sorry.
Mom.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I
Mom.
thought they were like two different.
It's
I
basically
get it, Mom.
cultural differences
Yeah, I
between, although there are some physical differences, but it's mostly cultural
I thought they
differences
were like
between the different
like,
human types.
Species kind of things. There are different
Um,
species. There aren't a lot of them here, and none of them are really from here. So you could be a traveler of a different species that came there.
which would be more rare. Most likely you would be
I can tell you right now, Lily will refuse to be human.
yeah.
I tell you right now that Lily may not even play.
Well, that's, you have an excellent point, sir.
Really, technically, any race is possible. The most common, the most likely for this particular area of the world would be Lonfall or Rashian, Turwin, which is another human type, which is what your mom's going to be. It's possible that you're an elf or a dwarf. The Kyle, the halflings, you could be one of those.
You want to be a
You
halfling?
can be a gnome. You can be a minotaur.
halfling
You can be a
gnome.
minotaur. You can be a gnoll. The gnolls in this world are all very good sailors, so they
Oh.
typically work on ships their entire lives.
So in a port, that would be a very realistic thing to
Oh,
do.
what are the like
What is a
half
gnoll?
dragon
A
things?
gnoll is sort of a traditionally they are a humanoid hyena hybrid.
What?
Yeah, but I
So that was really
what?
Can I find something in your monster?
Our
manual
vast
real quick?
audience is going to be like, why is that woman so
It's
loud?
type
Please
of-
don't let her sit next to the microphone again.
Traditionally, they look sort of like it's like a werewolf more hyena-like.
Do you want to be a
wolf-like.
hyena thing?
But
Are they
in
friendly?
this world, I kind of took it away from the hyena aspect, and
Okay.
they're more like Portuguese water dogs.
Oh my God, like Che Che.
Yeah, they're basically.
They look like Che Che, Johnny.
They're a bit more like Che Che.
Are they bigger than a dog, or are they dog sized?
Oh no, they're
They're human
taller than
sized?
human. They're like 7.
Oh, a
tall.
7-foot tall Che Che. Can I
Basically, yeah.
change my race? Oh my God, I
Yes,
want to be
you
Che
could.
Che.
You haven't even well, yeah. I mean, you haven't picked anything yet, really,
Yeah.
except for race.
A
So yeah, you can
dragonborn.
switch.
What?
No dragonborn in this world. Yeah, that's specific to other worlds.
I love Dragonborn.
Oops, my coffee's all gone.
They're beautiful.
You could be a dragon-loving other type of race,
Well, like
Maybe
where
wear
the dragons be
dragon-
that I love. Like
like dragon-themed armor or
So many
makeup or
adult
something.
pieces of humor.
Ooh, Teddy brought the Necronomicon up.
Okay.
what the heck?
All right. Well, in case
How
we
do
need
you
an
even know where that
Necronomicon,
is?
He knows where it is.
Oh.
he has
Yep.
his days.
That book. That book.
You're gonna
That
use that book? Okay.
That book.
Can I see
Is
that?
it it the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Evil Dead.
Is that your monster manual?
You can
Yeah.
Okay.
see the.
There are monsters
You know
in
what?
that
You
book,
probably
so be
can't.
careful.
Yes.
It's a,
Okay.
Like maybe from the 80s.
yeah.
Oh.
But
What
you're gonna
movie
be
from
really
the 80s?
annoyed when you watch it because I'm going to be explaining all the historical significance.
What movie?
Oh my
Evil Dead.
gosh.
Oh, historical significance.
You know,
Historic. Did you?
the
Two
funniest
words that-
movie.
That Bruce never thought would be applied.
Right? Right. I bet you Sam thought so.
Ah.
He has a
Aha.
little hubris.
It's that. It's the book.
I didn't go down.
But
That's a
the
spell. That's magic.
inception of shaky cam is like
8.
that's really important.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think.
Only the mom
And the mom. You want to show it to mom?
is 8.
Okay.
Not 8.
Is that scary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teddy, I wish people could know how cute you are.
No, no, mom. We're bizarre.
Okay.
Couldn't you like change the way the webcam is looking?
No, we don't want to
Die.
broadcast
I know.
what you guys look like.
What?
Die.
That's why I drew those caricatures. That's why I'm having you draw the caricatures.
Yes.
Die.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
Die.
What?
What is 8? 8. 8.
8?
What are we between 8? What it count?
That
8.
Count to 8.
Oh, that between count 8.
Okay.
So, a between count 8.
The picture is there.
So, die.
What?
8 between.
Yeah, 8.
Count. 8 between. Count is 8.
Count to 8.
Thank you.
What do you do that? Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Come on, I'll do it.
Okay, you can do it.
Oh, I will die. I will between.
You want
You
Johnny,
want Johnny
do
to
it?
count to 8 on the computer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You get extra brother points.
Boom.
So what do you think, Johnny? You want to give it some more thought, or do you want to go with like a dragon-loving human,
Dragon-loving elf.
dragon-loving elf?
I really like elves. I don't know
Okay.
why. They're
Or
Okay.
halfling.
halfling.
Mhm.
Halfling or elf?
I always thought it'd be fun to be a.
It would
like a
be. It would
halfling.
make more sense
Or
for a
elves following
Kyle
this
to
world.
be in this
I can't remember.
in white cap than an elf, but we could certainly come up with a reason why there is an elf.
Halfling then.
You want to go with Kyle?
Yeah.
I'll see you on food. Yeah. Ask.
Yeah. it's-
I forget. I know there's
What can
Your
we
wife is
do?
gonna be so drunk
On the
by time I
computer?
see her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
I'm
Yep.
actually doing this right now for the
Are you
game.
going out
I
with her
did-
too, or are you gonna stay far,
Are you
far
gonna
away?
take a picture of the book with your iPad?
It's
No.
better for me to not be around her parents, especially when her dad drinks, because then the
Everyone
So,
gets more
Johnny.
obnoxious when they
Yeah.
drink,
Kyle.
and he has no obsession.
The Kyle stand about 3 feet tall,
Mom.
It's not good.
3.
3,
Phobia?
and they weigh between
Mom.
40 and 45 pounds.
Mom.
Okay.
They have bright, curious eyes.
Mom. Mom.
Okay. Thank you.
They have bright, curious eyes and nimble fingers. Their hair is naturally multi-hued, with colors
Daddy?
ranging from blonde to dark brown and varying
Teddy, it's Alex's
patterns
turn.
on the
Oh
individual.
no. Come on.
So you have like you could have
Dark
parts of your
brown.
hair that are in blonde, but some that are
Sorry.
brown or dark. Sorry, I'm getting confused.
Sorry.
It is Alex's turn.
Oh, no.
Do you want to go downstairs?
Yes, it's a
Eight.
table.
You ate so now.
Okay, we can't do 8 right now because we're doing something else. Okay.
Thank you for saying excuse me.
Mom,
What?
Teddy, downstairs, please.
There's no way to force him
Yeah.
downstairs or to keep him downstairs. without
Imagine
one
if
of us
Alex
being
and
with
I
him.
were doing something really cool and we wanted to force you to be someplace else. How would that feel to
He
you?
probably doesn't think this is really cool.
That's what happens
why is
every
he
day
here?
when he's at school.
Because he wants
Because all I do is play all day, every day.
Skee ball,
Yes.
fly kites, and I
Johnny,
don't
it's
know.
not all about you.
I fly kites and skip.
Video
so it's different.
Teddy wants to be
and
part of the family, and so that's why he's sitting with us
Eat.
because he wants to be included.
Cupcakes, I guess. I don't know.
Right. So many cupcakes.
So
this
the
is how
Kyle,
he learns how to behave, babe.
multi-hued hair. They have naturally tanned, smooth skin, and they're inclined to be a little bit on the stout side. They tend to dress comfortably, favoring lighter earth tones with a spot of bright color here and there. The styles, though, can vary widely and tend to blend elements from both human and elf in unique ways. And then they also have some naming conventions. Typically, they have 3 names. There are 3
Billy
main
Bob Joe.
families to the Kyle. They have a given name, a lineage name, and then the family name.
Am I supposed to be writing all this
All
down?
of it. There will be a test.
Good.
So how tall are Kyle?
3 feet.
You remember, see?
Good job.
Yeah.
You're a quick feller.
So are you comfortable with Kyle?
Yeah.
Okay, if he is Kyle, can I switch to 7 foot tall Che?
Yes.
I mean, I
You
really
may.
like this character that was forming in my head, but I love Che Che so much.
Yeah, I really miss him.
You
I
can do
really
Che-Che.
think I will.
He's changed his gnolls to be more like Portuguese water dogs.
Aw.
And I
In
would get
in
to be a 7
appearance,
foot
yeah.
tall Portuguese water dog. How great is that? All right, so what would that make me?
Let me get Johnny
Okay, yes,
set
please,
real quick
please do.
first, and then we'll jump back to you.
Hey, Teddy.
So race, Johnny, you're gonna be
I think
Kyle.
I'm gonna have a man bun,
Nice.
a big curly black man bun.
Sorry,
Eventually
but
I'm gonna have
what
one.
is it like?
It's homage here going on.
Oh,
I just am loving your hair
Whenever
so
it
much.
gets quite long enough.
Yeah, I appreciate that you're
Don't get
hiding it
you.
from someone who might be exceedingly jealous of your ability.
And
to
do you
grow
have an
hair.
idea of what?
Well, also
what,
Junior
class
said to
you
just
might
do this because that helps like
Train
train
it.
it back.
Yeah, so you don't have.
What are the classes again?
Yeah,
Like,
but yeah,
There are
it's
lots.
very awesome.
If you'd like, you
I
can
haven't
look
been
through the
checking
player's
Facebook
handbook. If you want to get an
about
idea of what
His
class you
trip
might
to
want to be.
Hawaii. Have you seen anything exciting?
I'm not
Start
Facebook friends with
on-
him.
Well,
I know that he had some potential plans.
So we have
right.
just
right.
to run
I
through the
know, that's
list.
why
list.
I'm wondering
He
if
mentioned
anything
that,
has-
but
Attention, please.
Oh, yes, yes.
Just to run through the class list of available classes, we have Barbarian,
Mhm.
Bard,
oh, barbarian.
Cleric,
Bar.
Druid, Fighter, Monk, Paladin, or Paladin.
which
Ranger.
one is it? Because I've always heard both.
Yeah, I think it's tomato tomato.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of want to be a bard.
Rogue
Oh,
or
oh.
Rouge, if you're
Rouge.
Roger.
Yes. Sorcerer,
Ooh, a sorcerer.
not supreme,
Oh, come on.
What about
just a run-of-the-mill sorcerer.
Can you be his
So no
apprentice?
tomatoes and sour cream?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just getting the basic meat and cheese.
Okay.
Hmm.
There, a thing of lettuce may have fallen in during the making.
It
of,
happens all the
but, yeah.
time.
Warlock
Ooh.
or wizard.
What's the difference between a warlock and a wizard?
And a
warlock
sorcerer.
takes on an agreement with some sort of otherworldly power and they work in mutual benefit of one another. The being gives the warlock powers, and then the warlock has to do things for the being, and so they do have this arrangement that they make. A sorcerer, his magical ability comes through natural ability.
Like
they
they were
didn't have
born?
to study
Like
as much as a
bloodlines.
wizard
Okay.
did. It's more innate. to
Born with
them.
it.
Yeah, and wizards, their magical ability comes from training and practice and study and learning formula and all that stuff. So you can look through the book if you'd like to see what class you might want to be.
So the elite, the nerd, and the ones that have sold their souls.
Basically,
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha. Now I
That's
finally understand
much the
who is
difference.
who. Okay.
I might go with a fighter.
a fighter.
Yeah, just so I can punch things.
How do you
You could be a
spell
monk and
elite?
punch things.
Why can't I spell it?
What are you trying to spell?
Elite. How do you spell elite?
ELITE.
I-T. Yes, thank you. God, my brain froze. I had a migraine yesterday, and my brain turns into oatmeal,
Mhm.
and it's. I mean, I feel fine now, but it takes a while for my brain to
Right.
get back up to speed.
All right, so Heidi, you want to be a gnoll.
Is that Knoll?
Gnoll.
Gnoll.
Oh, Gnoll. No.
Oh,
Okay.
fighter.
Yeah, I was.
No, he's gonna be a fighter.
Oh, he's gonna
You can
be
be a fighter if you want. I can pick something else.
And aren't you a halfling?
If you want to punch things, why don't you be a monk?
Wait, I'm a. Oh.
I like that
What?
sentence.
What did he
If
say?
you want
Wait,
to punch things,
I-
maybe a monk. That's great.
I forgot I was a halfling. I think I should be
What
a
about
bard.
Or
kinda.
rogue.
I think I should
Halflings
be a-
make great rogues. Yeah. Oh, it's very swirly
My
outside.
character in Jacob's campaign was a
Uh-oh.
halfling bard starting out,
Yeah, I think I should be a bard.
and then I multi-classed him to warlock.
I really like bards for some reason.
All right, Acadian gnoll. So
Acadian?
Kitty, not pocket.
So
the
Oh my God.
gnolls,
Oh, the cat typed the ass word.
they stand much
they did
taller.
not.
Yeah.
Oh my
Unless
God,
Johnny
really?
typed it.
What happened? What? The
It
cat
was, what
typed
a
the S word?
catastrophe.
No, the A word.
The ass word.
Come on.
That is the real cat. Ass.
Catastrophe.
Cat
All
ass.
right, attention, attention.
Sorry.
Gnolls stand much taller than most other sentient races, averaging around 7 feet tall. They weigh between 250 and 300 pounds and have pale skin covered in thick, curly, light or dark brown fur. Reddish crest-like manes are common among gnolls, and the height of the mane can indicate mood.
Ooh.
And they have bushy, slightly curved tails.
Erectile follicles. I like it.
Johnny! No, Teddy wants it.
Oh, he handed it to me.
He just wants you to hold it, not.
And pretend to
Get
type
rid of
in
it.
8. Red.
So, being a maritime race, gnolls tend to dress in loose-fitting pantaloons with a variety of belts from which to hang tools, weapons, and other items.
I'm picturing a cross between Che and Chewbacca, basically, at this point. Okay.
Gnolls love their belts, and they often decorate them with patterns, embellishments, or interesting colors. Shirts are rarely worn, and foot coverings are never worn.
Now, do females have a row of nipples?
They do not.
Oh, really? Do they have breasts?
They have one breast.
Just one big one in the middle.
On their forehead.
Shut up. What do they really have?
They trying to remember if I had a female
Making it up.
gnome at any point.
Noel?
Or a female gnoll in other games.
If you
Well,
haven't, then
that's
that's
how
because I was going to
it's
try to decide between male or female, and since you're struggling with the female, I think that's what I'll
Aren't
do.
gnolls like foxes?
Gnolls are
Yeah, but this one is more like a
Foxes, no.
big Che that's Chewbacca sized.
Oh.
gnolls are like hyenas.
Oh, they are.
They look kind of like hyenas.
Long, skinny legs. He's on the right track.
Right, but foxes are not at all like hyenas.
Long, skinny legs.
Because I played I
Pointy
played a video
snout.
game called what is
He
it
was asking
called?
what they look like, right?
No, he said, aren't they the ones that are like foxes?
Oh, no.
So
The answer would be no to that question. They're not at all like foxes. They're like hyenas.
They look like foxes.
in the video game that he played.
Are you talking in D&D or something else? Because
And what is that video game called I played?
I apologize. I thought you were talking
Sorry.
D&D.
Dr. Mario.
No, not those are in Mario. What the heck?
Not the ones you play.
You play what game are you playing?
D and Mario.
D and Mario?
Dungeons and Mario.
Dungeons and
Really fun.
Mario
Yes,
and Dragons is the
uh-huh.
sequel.
See, this is how they look traditionally in D&D.
Oh, that's kind of like how I imagined it, but not really. Like they look.
Not at all fox-like. As you
I
can
know,
see,
but
so.
they look like the faces look like more like a fox and
Less like a human, yeah.
less like a human.
I mean,
More-
it's more canine type features, so in that
I think-
aspect, yes. But
You guys agree, you're just coming at it from different angles.
Teddy, please go somewhere else.
Whenever he wants to, he can,
He's
yes.
being loud and distracting.
Actually,
Not
he's
as
been
loud
pretty
as we
quiet
are.
lately.
He's been doing great.
Yeah, maybe you should quiet down.
Maybe I should. He wants to play with the computer. Say no, thank you.
This downstairs.
Uh,
If you play downstairs.
Give it, mine.
Downstairs.
No.
Gnolls,
Hey!
gnolls have
Johnny.
2 breasts.
Hey!
Thanks.
Oh!
Under the fur.
They don't have
Guys,
Let's go
Johnny.
now.
Teddy,
Now.
Teddy, what do you want?
Mine.
No, that's not yours. That's Johnny's.
where's your iPad?
His iPad is right here.
Okay, you got your iPad right there.
It's just.
Okay.
Honey, if you leave him alone, he'll be fine.
You maybe should leave me.
Do you want to switch sides with your mom?
No.
Okay, well then
Okay.
we need
Just
you to
leave him
stop
alone and
complaining.
focus on the game instead, okay?
Just like leave me alone. Or
I-
can't
he is-
focus on it.
He is leaving you alone.
I
That's
can't
why I'm
focus on
suggesting
it.
that you switch chairs.
Then he'd be
Okay.
in front of me.
If you're not interested in a solution for the problem, then we need you to
Is
stop
it break
complaining
time?
about it. It is actually. We're a little
Okay.
past break time. So
All
we're gonna
right.
take a break for 5 or 10 minutes,
Okay.
Chips,
and then
snacks,
we'll be back.
drinks. And that way you can shake it off a little bit, okay, baby?
Teddy, you want a snack?
Are we offline?
We're on intermission.
But can they hear us?
That's a nice
Okay, yes. It is
Buzz, buzz.
lovely.
Okay, good.
Buzz, buzz, buzz. So many
And
bucks.
butts, and butts, and butts.
Less concerned about this, so we don't triple that, okay? Or some-
Thanks, Ted. You're
All right,
very
we're back.
easygoing, and I like it. All right, so tell me what things can heal?
Can heal.
Like clerics can, and who else
Oh,
has
like
healing
magical
abilities?
healer?
Yeah.
Cleric,
Druids.
bard, druid.
Oh, I'm a
Um,
bard.
Okay, so he could be our healer. I
Yeah.
just want to do something
Paladins.
different.
Basically anything with divine magic.
Oh, so you wanna die? So now it's
A cleric
Yes, it
is
is.
when there is a religious person, right? Is that right?
They
Or are
follow,
they
believe and
scholarly?
follow a divine being who they get their magical powers from.
Okay, they're magical Trevors.
The tricks that he does are ever so clever.
thanks.
Look at
No
him
problem,
now, disappearing a cow. Where did that
Yes, Teddy?
cow go? And what did it see?
Can
It's
you
all
open
beans,
Lily's
lots of beans, lots of
laptop
beans,
and let
beans,
him?
oh,
I
beans,
know.
Lots of beans, lots of beans.
Because he wants to use
if
it.
Lily knew that.
Okay.
She would flip.
What if Johnny
Like
used
an
Lily's
actual
and Lily
backflip?
used?
Yeah, she would.
That'd be
That'd
impressive.
be very
She would not
impressive.
be able to replicate it, but yeah, it would just be instinctual.
Because see, then you can like get her in the Olympics and like when she's ready to do her routine, just like look what Ted's doing, and
We
then
last night watched What the Fit with
Yeah.
Kevin.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin
Okay.
Hart. He does different workouts, and so he took Terry Crews, whom he claimed he was basically twins with,
Yeah.
and they
they're
are
same
both very
size.
fit, but
Their chests are similar.
But
They're
Kevin Hart
basically
is-
the same size.
tiny.
Kevin Hart's like that tall.
Yeah,
right?
he is.
Anybody
even
who
my
wants to
sister
use my
went a
mouse
long time
can.
ago.
Teddy's gonna use my computer downstairs, and I'm gonna write on a piece of paper.
Okay.
So are you done playing?
No, he's gonna let Teddy use his laptop downstairs.
You know my stats, right? So
Yeah, we can write
I
him
need
down
to
real
know
quick.
my stats.
Okay, I'm writing him down.
One
He's,
second.
tell me. He's coming. Tell me your numbers.
Okay, 1 second. 15, 14, 12, 11, 16, and 15.
I
Okay,
would
thank
close
you.
that document. If
Yeah,
Teddy's
close
gonna
the
be-
document.
If Teddy is
I
gonna
heard
be
a lot of
doing
15s.
I did
16s
too. Those
in
were
there.
good. There
That
was an
sounds-
11, but he's still beating the pants off of me
Yeah.
and you, really. Anyway, so they went to do gymnastics for a workout
Mhm.
with little kids that are, but the one kid, the blonde kid, muscles like, and they were doing the rings where you come up and do the stuff, and man, those men were struggling. It was amazing. Teddy, can you go
Guys,
turn it on for him downstairs?
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
I don't
Thank
think
you,
he's
and then
gonna let
come
you
right back
up. Just
It's okay.
FYI.
Once it's on,
I don't think so.
he has,
So as a result of your gnoll heritage, you
Mhm.
have this is a choice we can make real quick.
Okay, thank
You
you.
have proficiency in either acrobatics or survival. It's your choice.
both those are useful shipboard, and both of them would be useful for the party. Acrobatics or survival. What is survival in this context? Is that like being able to get food and?
It's in the book.
Oh,
It's in the
Not to be that
Oh,
guy.
did you bring
but-
your book?
it's okay.
wrote-
I'm married. Well, not. I'm almost married to that guy as well.
Beyonce.
So- Beyonce.
No, I said Beyonce.
I thought he said
Beyonce.
Beyonce, and I'm like, what?
Beyonce.
Then I
Honey,
figured it out.
honey, you're my Beyonce.
I said Beyonce.
I love having a Beyonce.
I really need to put tabs in my book so I can find stuff quickly.
Melissa's book is like all tabbed it up.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I'll have to bring that next time.
We are indeed.
Come on,
You can buy the next round, my
What are
friend.
we out of?
Survival skill under wisdom. Oh, it's under wisdom.
Yes, it's a wisdom based skill.
Yeah, the index
Oh,
and the way out of the book
178.
is not.
I know. Why don't they just say
Ideal.
178?
This looks like it's gonna be a good campaign.
I think so.
Survival. The DM might ask you to make a wisdom survival check to follow tracks, hunt wild game, guide your group through frozen wastelands, identify signs that owlbears live nearby, predict the weather, or avoid quicksand and other natural hazards.
Can monks heal?
Themselves. I don't
Only
I
themselves.
don't remember if they can heal others.
I didn't know
HFTPLM.
monks were in this game.
I don't know. Survival
Like
sounds
what?
boring. I'll do acrobatics. Because an acrobatic 7-foot dog creature, dog Chewbacca, dog Wookiee.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say dog Wookiee.
Oh, look at that. That looks like it's something that
All right, I'm picking acrobatics.
That looks like
The Night King.
no. Well,
Mm.
no. I forgot what I was gonna say. But there's this like
I'm
Titan
thinking
from
Bucky
Percy
selfies.
Jackson.
How can one not?
Listen
Alright.
to your wife.
He sleeps on my chest all the time.
Which
or
one did you say? I'm
curled
sorry.
up with. I'm acrobatic.
Acrobatics.
I mean, look at me. How could I
Hunter
not be?
has great acrobatics, just terrible rolls.
Oh, that's rough.
Like he like has
He has
a
like
plus
+6 or
6
something,
and like
keeps
he
rolling
rolls
at 2.
like 1s and 2s.
Oh.
It's sad.
And what class?
Well, I don't know. Do you want to be a healer, or you
I want to
said
be
you
a
want to be a
healer. Yeah.
okay? You want to be the bard healer.
Yeah.
Then I don't know what to do. We already have a fighter and a healer, and I don't know what to do.
Did you want to do magics?
Oh, I could. I suck at it, but I've always wanted to learn. You guys willing for me to learn on you?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it'd be like a druid, maybe?
Like a shaman druid type. I mean, I'm picturing on a ship they would need somebody who is in touch with nature or
Right.
something.
Yeesh.
Ship? What?
Yeah, the fish and the winds and the
We're
and
on
the
a
fish wind
boat.
And the fish wind.
and the windy
fish wind.
fish.
We're on a boat.
Oh, we are.
No.
My kind of person.
I'm on a boat.
But I'm no longer on a boat.
Aw.
I'm not on a
So
boat.
a druid.
Is that what that is a druid?
Mm,
Okay.
That's what your wife was for the
A priest of the
campaign.
old faith,
Oh.
wielding the powers of nature
so
and
I might get
adopting
creatures.
animal forms.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I mean, since I already have an animal form, maybe it'll be less impressive, but
Like you're
like what? You get smaller? That's not a
a
good
slightly
skill.
different type of dog.
Right?
All right, so having decided on
Depends on how many nipples I want to have that day.
Ooh, yes.
druid,
Wait, you can decide
we need
that?
to
Well, 'cause I
place
have
your
2 as
ability
my person.
scores.
Okay.
So the most important
So those are the things I rolled earlier?
stat, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Most important stats for a
Yeah, do
druid
I go off of wisdom or do I go off of what do I go off of?
are going to be
I think I lost my appetite.
Your appetite?
Yeah, all you guys are talking about are butts.
I was talking about nipples, thank you very much.
Butts and nipples.
Intelligence and wisdom
Okay.
are your two most
Intelligence
important.
and wisdom?
What do you want? What the
Wisdom. Traditionally, for a druid, wisdom should be your highest. Jojo,
Okay.
get out.
Wisdom.
Okay, so I'll make wisdom my 16. And
Wisdom
then
should be your highest.
oh, thank you. I've never been a druid, I'm so nervous.
Followed by Constitution.
Okay.
That should
We
be your
still have
second
that there?
highest. Constitution.
Yeah.
What?
What do you mean? Why would we
Do
not
they
have
still have
constitution?
it?
Because we're in America.
Oh,
Necronomicon drop.
right. Oh,
Teddy's making a new account on
okay.
your other TV and also on the computer.
He's not going to be able to complete anything.
Yeah, I know, but still.
I
All
thought
right.
he was. Well, on which TV? On the PlayStation?
The small one.
The little one next to Baymax?
Yeah.
What do you mean he's creating an account on it? It's just a
Well,
television.
He's hacked the regular TV.
Yeah,
Yes,
on
actually.
on the computer, what's on the computer is the same thing on what's that TV for some reason.
Are you just trying to get me to go downstairs? 'Cause
No,
I'm
no.
curious to see what the heck you're talking about.
Oh, you can. Yeah, you
I
can.
don't
We might
know.
have to take a slight pause.
I don't
Okay.
know how he
Sorry.
screen shared the laptop to a regular television.
I mean, that laptop has
Let's see.
HDMI, I think.
Did you say TMI? Oh, I revere
Yeah, it
nature.
is.
I have fur and revere nature. That's
Yeah,
nice.
it is.
The power of claw, sun, and moon, and fire and storm. I like it. Preserving balance. Now you can do some spells, right?
Yes.
Little spells, but mainly your thing is changing into animals, or
I mean, that's a spell.
oh,
Or
okay,
it's not a spell, but it is an ability. But
okay.
But yeah,
oh,
I
spell
mean-
cantrips. Okay.
I don't know what spells you get when, but I mean, that's how Melissa kept having her burrs that she would do that. So yeah, there are, further in the back, you can look at all the spells that druids can
Oh, is that a druid?
Mm-hmm.
cast. But
That's
yes,
cool.
there definitely is magics.
Druids basically, well, you know, like with Melissa,
Oh, Melissa's
Once
a
they get
druid?
wild shape, they basically
Yeah.
become unbeatable.
That's
They're
second.
like
Hello world.
Well, they're unkillable.
They're
I wouldn't say
major-
unbeatable, but
they're
Like-
majorly OP in
Yeah.
a cool way.
that sounds like a lot of fun.
So
But I mean, you
But
can
but
still,
they can do magic. They can do spells, right?
oh yeah,
Okay.
that's their
Okay.
bread and
Why are
butter.
they wearing like?
Because
Like-
for me, the most fun thing is the animal stuff. But I to be useful to my
Isn't
people,
it
I
like
also wanna be able
winter
to-
and like super cold?
I'm not
No,
going to be wearing
not
that.
currently.
Yeah, I know.
Although it looks a little bit like my Renaissance Festival costume.
Yeah.
So, what is your highest ability score in the world?
16 is my wisdom,
So
and
that'll
then
be your wisdom.
12 will be my constitution, and then I have 3 11s and a 9.
Okay, so what do you want your dump stat to be?
I don't know.
Strength, probably not quite as.
Well, I need strength.
I
Okay,
mean,
yeah,
9
so-
is still average. It's not like you're a weakling. You're just not
Okay.
particularly strong.
Is this the same
wouldn't
way
10
like
and a half
everyone?
be average?
Well, they usually it's a range between 9 and 11, where they
Is-
usually clump like the
Right.
average.
I'm just thinking
stat.
if
Statistically, yes, it would.
if
be
for a
10 and half.
D6, 3.5 is going to be your average roll.
Yeah.
So times 3 is.
Numerically, yes, would that be the median or the mean or the average?
That'd be the mean.
Is this
Oh,
is this the
a
same
coastal
planet
druid.
Neverwinter's on?
No, this is
I'm not
This is
totally.
one of
This
them.
is my campaign world that I've
Okay.
been writing the
So
last.
it's a
Alex's
new
world.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
But this is like a new location that I've never done anything with before, so I like picked a whole new spot just for this.
How
game.
many butts do people have in this world?
12 butts.
Oh wow.
Usually in
Like
a
every
jar in their
person-
basement.
So how do
Did
the
they leave?
how
Oh.
do the toilets look?
Big,
The
real
toilets?
big,
Big.
and complex.
Okay.
complex.
But he
Barrels.
said like in a jar in the base. Wait, what?
And how are their bidets? Has someone invented it yet?
That's why it's next to the ocean. You just have to jump in.
Like
and
how many
Okay.
butts
dip
do
them
they
all.
have like on their?
One guy invented the bidet, but accidentally it was also a mimic, and he did not survive.
Oh no, that sounds
So,
awful.
Yeah.
It was a mimic. Wait, a mimic toilet? Oh, that was.
So you want to do strength for your dump stat?
Yes. And then tell me what the other ones are so I can stick them on my 11s.
Dexterity, intelligence, and charisma.
Beautiful.
So those are all 11?
Yep.
11, 11, 11. Now, as a gnoll,
Yes.
I believe you'll get to,
So you're a gnoll. Wow.
A
you
gnoll
get,
druid.
your strength score
Gnoll.
increases by 2 automatically as a gnoll, and your constitution increases by
Oh.
1.
Sweet.
Those are like her worst stats. Wait, that's a 21?
No, 12.
Oh, for sure
You're
I thought that was
upside
a 21.
So
and I
with
was
the
like, what
modifiers, your strength will be an 11, and your constitution will be 13.
Yep.
Do I have any pluses on mine?
I'm sure you will.
I hope.
Johnny, I love your patience with the setup.
Seriously, Mom?
Mm.
It's not like I'm poor.
All right,
It's
so
like-
while you are working on that, some other things with gnolls that they get dark vision,
Okay.
which will all be on the character sheet.
Okay.
You get a skill called Protect the Pack,
Protect the
which
pack?
it gives you an automatic proficiency with the hand and light crossbow, a belaying pin, a short sword, a hand axe, and a dagger. So you have proficiency with all of those weapons. A belaying pin is like a club, basically.
What is your
Oh.
name, Mom? Che the second or what?
Maybe. It'll have to have Che in there somewhere.
You can also your bite is you can use as a weapon. It's an unarmed strike. If you hit, you deal piercing damage equal to 1d6 plus your strength modifier.
Wow.
Sweet.
And then you also have savage attacks as a skill. When you score a critical hit with a melee or natural weapon attack, you can roll one of the weapon's damage dice one additional time and add it to the extra damage of the critical hit. So you have
I'm a savage puppy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So was Bucky.
Yeah, Bucky looks pretty savage.
Mm-hmm.
Savagely cuddly.
Wait, no, I meant to say Che, but Bucky is savage.
gnolls usually breed only once in their lives, having litters of 1 to 3 pups. Lives of exploration on the
Wait,
open
where's
ocean
in
can be
there?
fraught with danger, but they can live naturally up to 65 years.
That's it?
Yeah, their lifespan's a little bit shorter than humans.
Okay. All right. Well, I will read while you guys. Or do you want to look at this to set up your thing, or you have
I'll make it
all
up as I go.
memorized?
I have another
now.
book here if you guys.
I have nothing memorized, but some of it's also on the internet.
Can we like keep this up and like not clean it not clean the table until like after 100 gets here? Because like I want to show them like how
How this game looks.
how like a person who's like an actually good DM.
You're a good DM,
Johnny,
from what I've
you-
heard.
You flipping rock as a DM,
Yeah.
honey.
Like,
I enjoy
this
listening to your
is just
game.
a crazy good setup.
Weren't you just
This is
telling me
basically
yesterday,
like your
last
setup.
night, about how your friends think that you're a good DM?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm a good DM.
But everyone who plays with you or listens to you thinks you're good. As a matter of fact, the guys at D20 think you're a good DM.
Oh, come on.
Not
They
even
would
kidding.
know.
And the
Not even
important
they
question
see
is,
it.
are you a better DM now than you were when you
Oh,
started?
You're right.
Yes, definitely.
You're right.
I
So
sucked
you're-
whenever I started. I didn't even
You're
know like
winning.
how
You're doing
D&D worked.
You're doing a marvelous
I
job.
basically only
I bet-
spawned like one type
I
of
bet the guys at
creature.
D20 are super excited to see a kid his age. Just
They-
like,
They
boom.
very
What is
quietly
this,
high five
the
me every time I
80s?
bring the kids in.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny.
Yeah.
What edition are they running?
You know you're going to be a Kyle. Have you
What
decided on a
campaign are they doing?
class?
Oh,
This is
you know,
7th
like
I do like that bar.
Oh, I know. They're just so.
Have you
they're so
decided on a
nice. They're
class
so
for your
supportive.
Kyle?
class.
I don't know if
bard.
Lily
You
will
wanna be
ever
a
have a
bard?
birthday party anyplace else. She just.
Do you already know
really
what
enjoys it. Speaking
instrument
of
you want
which,
to play?
that's what she
Uh,
wants again this year for her birthday
Recorder.
party.
Nice.
A recorder?
Is recorder
You can make that
on
happen.
that?
Recorders exist, yeah.
Cool. I play the
I
recorder
also
real
like
life.
a D20. I like when other people are playing. People always like, oh, what do you do? You know, it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's just a bunch of nerds that like, and I've never seen anyone
Yeah.
like pretentious.
No,
It's like everyone
or
just like,
Like whenever I
hipster,
go to
like-
D20,
Yeah.
You're not as you
Yeah,
weren't
'cause
into it
when
before, so.
when we were doing Lily's birthday,
Like-
like people coming over like asking questions, like, oh, that's super cool.
whenever I
like,
go to D20, I see
It's
it's more
Nerd
like
Haven. It's
grown-ups
awesome.
that play D&D or teenagers.
What, baby?
Well, especially
Whenever
since
I
they
go-
sell alcohol there, so it's
Mhm.
going to be
Yeah.
mostly.
a lot of times with the nerds who run into like the pretentious, like, oh,
That's true.
All right,
Usually
focus
it's
for
Right.
I
one
only play
second.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Johnny,
no,
your
that's very
two
friendly.
most important
Also beer.
That might be part of it.
Love having beer there.
your two most
Good
important abilities as a bard
Yeah.
are your charisma and your dexterity.
I mean, I'm
So
sad
your
that they ran
highest
out of
stat
the
should go in charisma.
whatever that
and your
orange
second
Julius
highest should go
IPA
in
was.
which
It
one's
was so
charisma?
flippin' tasty.
Charisma is the 6th ability score. You have strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and
So
charisma.
16th is gonna be charisma.
16 is going to be charisma.
Yeah.
All right. And what is your dexterity going to be then?
15.
15. All right. So that leaves 4 more to assign. Constitution is always important because you get more hit points with a higher constitution. Strength is important for melee combat, so that's always a good thing. Intelligence and wisdom, of course, are good for whatever kind of skills you're doing with those types of roles. So where do you think you'd like to put the other ability scores?
Wisdom's probably important, right? Or strength, yeah.
They're all potentially important. It just depends on what kind of check you're making.
I'd say 15 for strength.
Also depends on your character too. Do you think your character is someone who's wiser?
I need to
than
be
is
a
book smart?
healer, and healers do need intelligence, right?
Any spells that you cast as a bard are going to be based on your charisma.
Oh.
So that being your highest stat is going to be the most important. There is a medicine skill, which I believe is wisdom based.
Mhm.
Could be intelligence, so let me check on that. Yeah, medicine is wisdom based. It lets you try to stabilize a dying companion or diagnose an illness.
I thought like something to do with animal handling since I'm a bard.
Animal handling is also wisdom based.
Okay. I'd say another 15 for wisdom.
So your 15 is in wisdom, all right?
14 for intelligence.
Okay.
12 for strength.
Go in. Why aren't you appearing? Oh, not 14. 14. Your intelligence is 1,414. And what was the next one?
Next one is 12 for strength
12.
and 11.
11 for constitution. So with your modifiers currently, that gives you a total of 12 for strength,
I
17
love and
for
fear
dexterity,
Johnny already knows more about D&D than I do.
11 for constitution, 14 intelligence, 15 wisdom, and 17 charisma.
Nice.
I really thought he and his friends were just gonna mess around, but they seriously, honest to goodness,
You
play.
did?
I did.
You think we?
I thought you would, but you don't, and now you already know more about D&D than I do, which blows my
Seriously?
mind. Yeah.
All right, but your mom's getting ready to do a one shot to DM her very
Yes.
first
I don't
game.
know if they'll like it.
So you might have to give
It's
her
a little
some
different
tips.
and
She'll be
weird.
better than mine.
You'll have to. You might have to help me
Oh, come on.
and
Mom.
help me be brave.
All right, Jacob,
Yes, sir.
have you given some thought to your class?
I think I'm gonna go with fighter.
Straight fighter, okay.
No, not Street Fighter. Just
It could be a street
Bar
fighter.
fighter?
Street Fighter. Okay. There's no gnoll information here. Do you have a book that has gnoll information?
No, because I came up with it.
Oh.
I mean, you could look at the monster manual listing
Oh,
for
my
gnolls,
thumb.
Okay.
but
To give me just an idea of, is yours based on
Oh.
that?
not really.
really?
I
Okay.
mean, only in basic form, but yeah, mine are, because traditionally they're a chaotic evil race created by a demon lord.
Oh. Do they still
and-
sail? Or is that just
No,
yours? Okay.
that's mine.
Okay. Well, I'm going to need some sketches, just because I love your
I
art.
do have some images on Pinterest of Acadian
Oh, maybe
gnolls,
I
Oh,
could.
good.
like photos that I found that
That look like
kind
what
of
you're.
inspire.
I guess I
the
could
look.
sketch one.
I would really like that if you would
Oh, I didn't
please do that for
Granny,
me. I know. We'll send
Okay,
her a
so
sketch.
straight fighter for Jacob.
Maybe you can show Jacob your sketchbook later.
Oh yeah, yes. Didn't I already show you it?
I'm not
A pencil, a horse, some swords.
Mom.
And
I'm trying to jog
what
his memory.
fighting style were you thinking about?
Mm,
Archery,
Do you want-
defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, protection, or two-weapon fighting?
I didn't give that too much thought.
Wait. So wait. Oh. Am I supposed to like add up some?
You don't have to add anything,
Because like
Maybe,
I just have
dueling.
I just have this written down so far.
and that's okay. Yeah, if your character sheet's going to be on D&D Beyond, so
So you're gonna print it out later?
I can, yeah.
Okay, good.
I'll go with dueling.
Dueling.
Yeah. So I think maybe I took some fencing classes at some point.
When you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls with that
+2.
weapon. And then there would be some proficiencies we'll need to choose. But as far as your ability scores go,
We got 30 minutes left.
20 actually,
20.
unless we decide to go long.
We should.
But your
Mommy
mom
needs to go to the barn. Yeah.
Mom, don't call yourself mommy on stream.
How dare you?
Whatever. Just.
So what strength?
15. And do I get bonuses for humaning or?
You get a +1 racial bonus, so that takes you to 15
Well,
or
that'll take me to
16. I'm sorry.
16. Okay.
My thumb is bleeding. So much.
Your next highest be Constitution.
Yeah.
Cat.
So I guess that'd be a 15.
So
I
just
love you,
making an
kitty.
appearance. 15 for Constitution.
Yeah.
Got it.
This cat is really interested in
Uh,
your manual.
What do you need? What do you need next? Dex.
Dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Don't kick me.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out where I want to put the crappy scores.
There are no crappy scores.
I would have done less good ones. Okay.
Cat, why are you laying on?
I guess we'll make dexterity
This
15,
cat is helping. This cat is so helping.
and then intelligence and wisdom are both 11,
Okay.
and then charisma will be 14.
All right. So with your current modifiers, it gives you a 16, 16, 16, 12, 12, 15.
I gave you those all as +1. I apologize.
All right. So let's start from strength again.
Okay, 15.
Is that give it to me just the base roll?
I rolled
without any
15.
pluses. All right.
This
15.
cat is so happy. Just look
Dexterity?
at him, Mom. Just look at
14.
him.
Okay.
Yeah, he loves you.
Constitution 14.
Oh, the cat's
14.
smiling.
Okay.
Intelligence and wisdom are both 10,
10,
and then 13.
13. All right.
Jojo's
So with
smiling.
your modifier 16, 15, 15, 11, 11, 14.
Perfect.
We'll choose all that later. Start thinking about names
Okay.
for your characters. I can give you.
Tell me again the naming tradition for gnolls. It was
I
had the
Gnoll names are
ones.
unisex and tend to be literal and symbolic. They take their names from the ocean or from ships or from other things important to their
Did you say
maritime culture.
literal and symbolic?
I said tend to be literal and symbolic. Yes.
Those. Can you explain because those
Right,
seem a little
they're-
counter
they're-
to each other.
Antonyms.
Okay.
I'm confused.
Literal names that represent things in their life, maybe.
Okay.
I think something could be both literal and symbolic. If I'm named Cloud, the symbolism is that I am named Cloud because the cloudy day that existed when I was born, but yet the name Cloud is still just a very simple literal thing. It's a cloud. It's not like Cloudia or anything like that. It's just cloud.
So literal names that are representative of something in your life.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. I think.
So some examples like
Cloud.
Waterfrost, Current, Sea Mark, Coastal, Pearly, you know, and
Pearl.
Pearly.
Pearl.
You have a
Yeah.
nice beehive hairdo. But yeah, so
Cat wing, cat eye glasses.
but yeah, so they're named
Okay.
traditionally just a single name, something based in their environment.
Was there any coffee left in the pot?
I don't think you need any coffee, my friend.
It's delicious though. I like it.
So is whiskey, but you can't have any of that either.
Well, that's because it's alcoholic, and is coffee alcoholic?
It can be if you put whiskey in it.
Uh-huh.
It's not like you would put whiskey in coffee.
You may have one cup.
You
of
may not
coffee,
put whiskey in
I
it.
shall have one cup of
but you have to
Help
get it for
yourself.
yourself.
The DM is trying to run a game, my
Right.
friend.
Yeah,
I
I
can
know.
also work the kitchen. I'll get you a cup though, since you can't reach them.
Yeah, you can't put it in your leather one because it'll melt the wax.
Oh, well.
Look at these dice my friend made. They've got literal snakeskin in them.
Ooh.
Oh, is it already in the thing?
Oh no, we got an error code.
Interesting.
Is it already in the thing?
That's really cool.
Is the coffee in the thing?
Oh, yeah, it is.
What a great idea. I love
Yeah.
it.
They're making some really cool designs.
What fun.
You are.
Oh, wow. What a
Yeah.
beautiful color.
You are.
Like milky purple.
What?
They're working with Urban Artifact, a brewery down in Cincinnati,
Oh, yeah. Alex showed me the picture of the.
and like making
brewery.
ones themed on some of the beers.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
forgot.
here, Heather, take all my money because I want all these dice.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a human fighter, a halfling bard, a gnoll druid.
Yep.
Mom, where's
Mhm.
the stuff for the?
We
were
don't
out
have
of
any
creamer.
creamer.
Oh, no, I'm just putting milk in it.
Yep. Straight milk.
You keep using this word straight.
Unadorned. Unembellished milk.
Unaltered. I don't know.
All right, so let's see what else we have to decide on for Heidi's gnoll.
Oops, I
Did it
the
again.
druid. Yeah, the druid thing said I had some stuff to choose between. Darn it!
What happened to the whipped cream?
So the first choice
You ate it.
are two
No,
druid
like, look
skills.
Right, I
There's
lost
this
my
whipped
page.
cream
Hold on.
the- there's this
Choose
stuff on
two,
it,
Johnny.
Mom.
What do you need?
Like, there's like.
Run hot water over it until it
Oh, yeah.
busts off. So choose two
Which
from
one's the hot one?
that one.
On the left.
Choose two from Arcana,
Yeah.
Animal Handling, Insight, Medicine, Nature, Perception, Religion, and Survival. And those are also listed in the book.
I know. I'm trying to get back to the page. Give me a second.
I'm sorry. Should I go to a different person while you,
Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
or do you
Not
just want to work?
bad.
Should we could just end the stream now if you just want to work quietly on your character.
No, I just want to get back to the page that I lost, and I apologize
That's okay.
for having lost the page. Oh, 64, 69. Okay.
Yeah,
There we go. Okay. Here I am. Arcana, Animal Handling, Insight, Medicine. No, because I'm not the healer person. So,
Hold on, I left the page because I thought we were switching characters, so I gotta go back.
I told you, I just needed to find my.
Best coffee ever.
Well, good. I'm glad you. Oh, like it.
Oh, like it?
Yeah, I didn't notice all the whipped cream. Did you clean off the tip of the whipped cream thing before you put it back in the fridge? By rinsing it? After you used it?
Well, no, but
So go rinse it so that you don't have a crusty tip again.
And try not to spill anything on the tablecloth, please.
it's well milk. But
What happened? What did I miss?
Hmm.
What did I miss?
You know
What
how
are
I
the,
always hammer home how important it is to rinse the tip so you don't
Yes.
have any crust.
Family friendly stream, ladies and gentlemen. Family friendly. We're here.
Whipped cream care.
Here for the families.
Maybe nature and animal handling are my two personal favorites, but I don't know how useful that is to the team. Do you
Okay.
want to weigh in on that?
Sounds good.
Okay, great. Nature and animal handling.
Nature.
I thought I was gonna be the animal handling.
You can also
Oh,
be,
that's right. He wanted to handle animals, which is good because I'm an animal.
You
So
still can.
we can both handle animals.
Sure.
Shouldn't I do something different to broaden our abilities? Insight. Insight's nice. Perception. What's the difference between insight and perception? Perception is seeing the stuff that's there, and insight is making connections about stuff in your head.
Essentially, yeah.
Is a kraken?
And how do you?
Is a kraken considered an animal?
No, it's a beast.
It's a monster.
So,
With the beast and animal, honey.
release the
Titan?
Kraken
I thought it was a titan.
to destroy Argos. In mythology, it is, but not in D&D. All right. So nature, and you're gonna stay with animal handling. I mean, it would make sense for the character.
What about is Arcana just knowledge of magical stuff?
Yes, but more of the. Yes, it is. Less divine magic and more arcane magic.
Okay. You're gonna be a healer, Johnny. Is that right?
Yeah.
Since a bard is more of a secondary healer, not a primary,
it is?
would make sense. Yeah, bards. I mean, clerics make the best primary healers. That's
But a
sort of-
druid is an okay healer.
A druid is an okay healer. Yeah.
So medicine would not be a bad thing to do.
Not
Okay,
necessarily.
so medicine and nature.
Instead of animal handling.
I guess so, because he's gonna do all that.
Only if you could animal kraken, and you could just like win instantly. Except for they could only go in water. Only if there's such thing as land kraken.
Land kraken.
Land.
There's a butt kraken.
Sorry, I might have spit on the table. I apologize.
Ew.
You get one more language to choose.
Oh,
You start with. You get common,
Well, we're going north. We don't know for where we're going or what we're doing.
and since gnolls travel a lot, they have access to a wide array of languages. So
Are elves northern or southern creatures?
elves are southern.
What else is a northern creature?
As far as sentient creatures, the Turwin are basically the primary
Yeah, but they
sentient
speak.
creature to the north.
Human, whatever, common.
They have their own language too. Common
Okay.
is sort of the universal trade language. It's called
Human.
I think it's called either Lan or Landfall.
Do you
is
hear
the
that
name of
wind?
the common language.
Yeah.
My horse is going to be a kite.
Why? She's like.
They get really
300
excited when the
pounds.
weather changes. Oh, she's a little more than 300 pounds, honey.
Oh, sorry. Like 400 or 500 or 600 or
1,000
700.
something.
So language.
I don't know. I don't really don't know what the choices
Okay,
are.
we can chew that later.
This is
I mean,
good.
really, it's anything, any sentient language,
This coffee.
plus some non-sentient, abyssal.
Is there
angelic.
anything ocean?
There's no specific
specific?
maritime language. The
That's what you
Mao
think.
speak with a fish.
are another race of humans that are a seafaring subrace of
Mhm.
humans. They're more oceanic, though. They wouldn't
Without
really
wind.
fly the big lakes.
All right, well, I
like
want
you
the,
do.
the Turwin then. I'm just going to speak Turwin in common.
Oh, guys, 9 minutes.
Mhm.
Sadly, We will miss you. I didn't know Jacob was coming.
We'll have to note that separately. 'Cause I don't
Oh,
have
did you
him
notice
in
he was
yet.
here?
Well, no, yeah, I did. I forgot he was sitting. Well, yeah.
We've
We
got us
should, we
in
should
here.
invite Jacob next time.
Yeah,
I think we should. He might like this. I don't
You
know.
might, yeah.
Oh no, I never really thought he was a
I'm gonna give you this back.
indie
Have
person.
you thought about a name yet?
No, I'm thinking.
Hunter's
there any
name
other
is
things?
Reed for some reason.
Read. I like that.
Reed.
That's nice.
Other than you choosing your starting spells
Oh crap.
and equipment and gears and whatnot,
Okay.
You've made all the big choices.
Okay.
And Adrian's initials are Gur.
That's nice.
Gur.
So spells, equipment, and gear. are the things I need
So
think
to
about.
figure out your starting gold, go ahead and roll 2d4, unless you want to start with equipment rather than gold. You can either start with like basic equipment packages, or you can take an amount of gold and then purchase what you want.
Basic packages are fine.
You just want a basic package. So you get a wooden shield or any simple weapon. So you have to choose one or the other, either a shield
simple
or
weapon.
weapon. And there's a small list of types: the belaying pin, a light crossbow, boomerang, dagger,
Boomerang.
dart, javelin, quarterstaff,
Ooh, a javelin.
short bow, spear.
Can a javelin be useful for anything hand to hand?
Like,
I don't think
Not
javelins
really.
would be particularly useful at sea because if you throw
Yeah,
it,
I'm gonna
you
take.
can't
I'm gonna
reach
go
it.
with the
Can
dagger.
like javelin.
You get like,
Okay.
well, I had one.
Is this equipment or gear? What's the difference? They sound like the same thing to me.
It's the same thing, yeah.
Okay, because you said you need to figure out your spells, your equipment, and your gear.
Did I?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm brain damaged. Yeah,
All right.
So,
All right. So dagger.
that's what you want for your simple weapon?
Yep.
Dagger. Now you get
I have like coffee all over my face.
leather armor, an explorer's pack, and a druidic focus. Your
What is-
focus.
I don't
can
want the
be-
leather armor.
Is there such thing as a
Well, you
bag
can
of
sell it.
holding in this
Okay.
game?
Once you get it. Not yet. No.
Is there such thing as a bag of holding?
So
yeah,
for
we don't
hold
have
on,
it yet.
we're trying to decide. our
Leather
focus.
armor.
We have a sprig of mistletoe, a totem of some kind, a wooden staff, or a yew wand. You do have that knot right there, don't you, buddy?
A totem of some kind, because none of those are very
Totem.
oceany. It's going to be a little
and
carved
starting
fish.
equipment.
It's a little carved fish.
So we're
Okay.
picking up Hunter like around 4.
No, he's being dropped off.
You said you're going to sell the leather armor.
Yep. I'm going to keep the nice belt though, because I like that belt.
So can I play like Minecraft or Borderlands after?
You will need to take a shower. You will need to change your stanky underwear,
I did do my reading.
and you'll need to trim your
Well, I didn't
fingernails.
even
And
need to do my reading.
I don't think
because
you're
I don't have any
listening.
homework. What?
You'll need to shower, walk the dog, trim your fingernails and toenails,
Okay.
and put on clean clothes.
Parental stuff. You
Yeah.
love it, don't you, Stream?
Yeah.
Now everyone knows Johnny's got a stinky butt.
Oh my god.
Not stinky. It's just in need of
A cleaning.
a fresh covering. Yeah, a hosing down and I need a fresh covering.
Seriously.
All right, so you start with 9 hit points.
Oh gosh, that's nothing.
Welcome to
Armor
level
class
1.
bonus of
I'm
0.
not used to this. A what of 0?
Our initiative bonus.
Oh.
Because your dexterity is only 11.
Okay.
You're proficient in acrobatics, medicine, nature, and perception.
Acrobatics. What?
And this will all be
nature?
on your character sheet. You don't have to write
Oh,
all
okay.
this down.
Well, thank you. And if you guys want to continue to do their characters after I go to the barn, then you are welcome
Well,
to.
we'll probably need to clean up and get ready for the next
The onslaught.
phase.
The
Okay.
another D&D game. And
I won't be able to join Melissa until all the boys have arrived, since I need to be here to greet the parents that drop off the children.
Join Melissa.
Yeah, remember?
No.
Go have a beverage with her and her parents.
Right, I thought you were kidding about leaving me here by myself with
Oh,
all the
I was
children.
not kidding.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I thought you were serious. And you thought I was kidding. So we'll have to figure that out.
You thought I was serious about wanting to be here with
No, not wanting
8
to.
children by myself?
Not wanting to.
Not too interested in that, but it is what it is. So.
How long are her folks?
All right, so I think we're done with the
I don't know
game.
if they're going home
Oh, we
tomorrow.
are?
Put your head in
Well, for
to
today.
take a look.
We're going on
Appreciate
Monday.
it, and we'll be back in 2 Saturdays.
2 Saturdays?
2 Saturdays.
Okay.
Can they think about their character stuff while during the meeting?
No. Not
Don't think
think
about it.
Not
You will
what
be
I think
fine.
Yeah,
Heavily.
get it out of your mind. This never happened.
If we are able to
I'm gonna
Like
go fall
if-
asleep.
What?
what if on a weekend that the boys are at their dad's, we borrow Johnny for the game?
No.
And that way we have no, I'm not talking about next weekend. I'm talking about what if at some point in the future. No, it's for Alex. We need to get you moving your food very tail. Really? I love it. Ooh, I wish this was yeah.
Probably have some of that stuff like this.
That's exactly what I was